Alright, so now we're going to talk about the work breakdown structure dictionary that you're going to need for two different assignments in the project. You'll need it for your dinner assignment and you'll need it for the project plan. The first one is relatively easy, the dinner assignment. And we start with an example here, a reference if you will, of an Excel version of a work breakdown structure dictionary. What's important to note is the numbering format. Some of the key deliverables, your WBS code, your end production, if you will, and the definitions associated with that deliverable. So you go through and you can see for 1.1 are all your steps within initiation, 1.1.1, .2, .3, etc. Then you move on to planning as 1.2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and so on. Each one of your main breaking points being initiation, planning, execution, control, and closeout. Those are the ones that are going to be key for your work that you're submitting, making sure that you have each one of those key points and then a couple pieces under. So for the dinner example, we'll go ahead and go through and complete. I cut it down so that there's just a couple under each. The code itself can be changed though to align with the work that we're going to do. But the main thing again, making sure you have the key pieces: initiation, planning, execution, control, closeout. So what you'll do for the initial project is just type a brief description of the work associated with that WBS code and who's going to do it. Again, this is meant to be relatively lighthearted. It's just a way for you to show you understand the codes and you understand those main process groups. So for initiation, for dinner, it's something like, I got hungry. Pretty simple. And the resource, who's doing that work? Me. That's who's doing that work there. Evaluation and recommendation can be changed to whatever you'd like. So it will be deciding how to handle, or anything there, anything describing the step that you're going through. And it's, I want to eat. That's the description. That's your solve. You went from I got hungry to I want to eat. That's your resource is me. Don't overthink this. Really, I just want you to show that you understand the work breakdown structure coding and that you understand the format for this document. So you'll go through like that with all the steps, just indicating I want 1 or 2 under each of your primaries. So under initiation you should have 1 or 2, under planning you should have 1 or 2, under execution you should have 1 or 2. These WBS codes that are here, sans these main ones, can be deleted and altered to whatever is applicable for the work that you're doing. So for the dinner assignment, it's pretty easy. For the project plan, you're going to have to think through it a little bit more because you'll want to identify the pieces of work that are going to be done. You'll want to stick to those 5 basic key spots and describe the work that would be subsequent under each one of those spots. Resource is going to be who you're identifying to do the work. So for the dinner example, it's something simple as my wife, myself, my children. So as an example, for closeout, it would be under that I'll have like cleanup, and description is doing the dishes, and my resource, I like to delegate, so it'll be my kids. And you'll just go through that same process. For the project plan, you're going to need to think through it a little bit more, and you'll want to identify the key resources from the case study document. So hopefully that gives you a pretty good start on how to handle the work breakdown structure dictionary for both of the assignments for this semester. Thank you very much. You have a good one.